Hi, accounting students. This is Cindy, your instructor. In Chapter 1, we will look at laws related to payroll, the records employers keep related to these laws, employment processes, personnel records, and then discuss the payroll register and employees' earnings records. Payroll professionals must comply with numerous regulations. The American Payroll Association, APA, has a code of ethics that include the ones mentioned on this slide. Some of them relate to the confidential nature of payroll, accuracy of payroll records, keeping current with technology and legislature as it relates to payroll, as well as refraining from personal self-interest. The Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, addresses federal minimum wage, equality of pay, and the maintenance of payroll records. The Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA, consists of two taxes: Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund and Federal Disability Insurance Trust Fund, also known as Social Security, and health insurance plan, commonly referred to as Medicare. Federal income tax is based on employees' earnings and is withheld from employees' paychecks. State and local income taxes are also withheld from paychecks and vary based on the state. While some states do not have a state income tax, Arizona does withhold income taxes from employees' paychecks. Unemployment is assessed at both a federal and state level. The unemployment taxes are funded by the companies or employers and not typically by the employees. The federal unemployment taxes pay for administrative expenses, and the state unemployment taxes fund the actual unemployment payments to unemployed workers. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 includes the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity, which prohibits discrimination based on color, race, religion, national origin, or gender. Unions cannot discriminate on these bases as well. Sexual harassment is prohibited. The EEO applies to organizations with 15 or more workers or employees. The Civil Rights Act of 1991 provides both compensatory damages to compensate for lost wages and punitive damages to punish intentional discrimination. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act applies to companies with over 20 or more employees and protects workers over 40 years old from age discrimination. The Americans with Disabilities Act requires reasonable accommodation must be provided to persons with disabilities. The Federal Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996 requires companies to report information on new hires within 20 days. This act helps to enforce child support payment obligations. The Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986 prohibits employing aliens unauthorized to work in the USA. Employees complete Form I-9s upon hire. There are penalties for violations. employers match I-9 information with Social Security Administration records using E-Verify. The Family Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, covers companies with 50 or more employees. Employees are guaranteed 12 weeks leave for the birth, adoption, or critical care for children, spouses, or parents. The leave can be all at once or spread out. Employers can receive federal tax credits for the leave and can be expanded for active duty situations. The Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act provides for employee rights and leave from civilian jobs for military personnel. The Employment Retirement Income Security Act safeguards pension plan payments to employees, addresses trustee responsibilities, and vesting or the amount of the employer's contribution to be shared with the employees. Record keeping, eligibility requirements, the filing of Form 5500, and the federal guarantee of retirement benefits. The Affordable Care Act of 2010 is also referred to as Obamacare and addresses health care coverage. State laws include workers' compensation and disability benefit laws. Human Resources often oversees payroll procedures. The Fair Labor Standards Act addresses accurate job descriptions, requisitions for personnel, and job applications. Pre-hire inquiries cannot include questions such as gender, national origin, criminal background, unless there is a bona fide occupational reason. The Fair Credit Reporting Act addresses background checks. Psychological testing is only permitted if it is related to job performance. And there are restrictions on drug testing related to personnel. To prevent lawsuits, employers can accept only online job applications, use different individuals for screening and interviewing applicants, as well as utilizing screening software. The extension of formal job offers may be required before seeking salary benefits in history. Job applications must be kept for 1 year. Checking professional references for job applicants may not provide much feedback due to many former employers limiting information to factual and not subjective information. Many companies use hiring notices for new employees. Employees must have access to their HR files. Terminating employees may be at will, allowing termination for any reason other than discrimination, versus for good cause only, requiring a reason related to business needs. The payroll accounting system involves 2 basic records. The first of these 2 basic records is the payroll register. The payroll register reflects payroll data for a particular pay period and computes gross pay, the deductions, and then net pay. This payroll register is for the week ended January 19th. It includes each employee's payroll information for the week, as well as the totals. For the week ending January 19, gross pay is $10,812.95. which is calculated as regular earnings of $9,895.75 plus overtime earnings of $917.20. Deductions consist of Social Security, Medicare, federal income tax, and state income tax. Net pay, or take-home pay, is $7,435.76 and is computed by subtracting deductions from gross pay. The second basic payroll record is the employee's earnings records. Each record reflects payroll information for an individual employee. This employee's record includes total or gross earnings, deductions, net pay, and cumulative or year-to-date gross earnings. Many companies outsource payroll. That is, they hire a payroll company to process their payroll.